Okay, so first of all, I'll give you the description of your task 1, which is the intern will learn MySQL and SQL elements such as literal data types and nulls and comments, and you have to understand SQL syntax and structure. Okay, then your responsibility is to understand what a database is and its importance. Okay, and the SQL basics, understand the role of SQL, okay, in managing and manipulating databases. Then you have to familiarize yourself with the SQL syntax and structure. Okay, then you will learn about the DDL commands. Okay, so you have to learn about creating and modifying database structures. Key commands: create, alter, and drop. Okay, so this is your description and responsibility of your task. Okay, so I'm going to show you the notepad where I've noted all the important things. Okay, so here's the all the important things. So first comes what is SQL. Okay, so basically SQL stands for the structured query language. Okay, SQL lets you access and manipulate databases. Okay, SQL lets you access and manipulate databases, and its full form is structured query language. Okay, now comes question, what is like what SQL can do. Okay, so SQL can execute queries against a database. It can retrieve the data from a database. It can insert records in a database, and it can update records in a database. It can create new databases. It can create new tables in a databases. Can create stored procedures in a database. Can create views in database, and can set permission on tables, procedures, and views. Okay, so these are the things that SQL can do. Okay, so now we'll learn about the basic elements of our SQL. Okay, so first comes what is literal. Okay, so basically in a SQL, literal is a value directly expressed in a SQL command. Okay, it have a fixed data value. Like example, Ronak, this is your first fixed data value, and this is your age. Okay, so basically it represents a fixed value like a number or a string that is provided directly in the SQL code. Okay, that then being stored in the database or table. So first element is your literal, which is a value directly expressed in a SQL command. Then second comes the data types. Okay, so what are the data types in SQL? So basically there are many data types. Okay, so a data type is an attribute that specifies the type of data that the object can hold. Okay, so there are many number of data types: char or varchar. This is for string part, and you can see there are different categories of the data type. So here first comes the numeric data type. So in numeric data types there are many inbuilt data types, which is int, small int, tiny int, etc. Okay, so these are for numeric data types. By using this you can assign the data type if your value is in the numeric form. Okay, data type numeric integer form. Okay, then comes the date and time data type. So basically in this there are many inbuilt function which are obviously date, date time, and etc. So basically this date data type will specify the date column, and this date time specifies the date plus the time too. Okay, so this is how these are a many number of data types. You have to read about this. Now comes the string data type. In string data type there are char, varchar. So basically char stores the unfixed value of length of string. Okay, and in varchar it can store the fixed value of length. Okay, so this we have to use for strings part. Now comes the nulls part. So what is null? Null is basically in a SQL it's a empty value in column. Okay, so basically null is an empty value, empty space in the column. Okay, so it's a like special marker used to indicate that our data value does not accessed in the database. Okay, so this is your nuts. Now comes the comments parts. So what are comments? Comments is basically a text, a particular text that is not executed. Okay, if we want, like for example, if you want to write a program for finding the total number of students, so you want in a form of headline, so you can use these three syntaxes. Okay, first is this, which is you have to use that slash with asterisk, then you have to mention your thing here, like for example, um like show the total number of students. Okay, so this is how, this is your command, because you don't want to execute in your query. Okay, this is not query, this is a like a sentence jumps. So this is how you can make a command. Also you can use the, yes, also you can use this symbols for starting your command part. Also you can use the hashtag. Okay, so these are the three forms to start your comments part. Okay, so I hope basic elements are clear. Now comes the syntaxes of the select command. Okay, so what is basically a select in SQL? Okay, so the select command is used to select data from a database. Okay, for creating a database and inserting, we'll learn in the next task. So but basically we'll learn about the select statement, which is very important, because select command is used to select data from a database. Okay, so the data returned is stored in a result table called the result set. Okay, so here if we create a table of pet, okay, we have created a table, a database of pet. So if we want to fetch the particular columns from that table, so how to use, you have to specify the name of the columns that you want to fetch. Okay, so if there are column name which is name and honor, I want to fetch these, so you have to write select name, first column name, comma, second column name. If you want another column, then you can use comma, another column name. Okay, from pet table, this is your pet, this is your table. Okay, then semicolon. So this is how you can fetch the particular columns from your SQL, by using the SQL query. Okay, from your table. Now comes the select with asterisk from pet. Okay, so here by using this asterisk sign, you can fetch all the columns from your table, from your pet table. Means the name column, the honor column, and many number of columns that are present in your particular table. Okay, so this is the second syntax for using the select. Now comes the third. Okay, so this comes with the select distinct name from pet. Basically distinct is your keyword which specify that your value should be unique. Okay, cannot be repeated. So for this you have to use distinct. For example, if in your table the name maybe comes like Ajay Ajay two times, means two persons or three persons can have the same name. So if there are like Ajay Ajay two times, but you want like one Ajay only, so for this you have to use distinct keyword. Okay, so this is how you can use distinct keyword with the select statement. Okay, now comes the select all statement. Okay, so basically this select all statement will give you your result with all duplicates too. Means if there are two Ajays, then it will show you two Ajays also. Okay, so this will work for the distinct part, and this will work for all the duplicate part. Okay, so it will show you all the duplicate things too. Okay, so yes, this is how it will work. These are the select statements, okay, of your SQL query. You have to use, you have to first create your table, you have to insert your table, then you have to use this. Okay, now comes the DDL commands. Okay, so first, what is DDL in SQL? Okay, so DDL full form is a data definition language. Okay, so it basically describes the portion of SQL that create, alter and delete, create, alter and delete database objects. Okay, So these database objects include schemas, table views, and etc. Okay, so basically what is DDL? DDL can define, redefine, modify, and drop various database objects. Okay, so there are three DDL commands. First is create, second is alter, and third is drop. Okay, so these are three DDL commands. Okay, so first is create. Create we have to use for creating your table. Okay, see, this is how you have to create. This is the proper syntax you have to use. Create table, then here comes with the table name, then semicolon. Okay, so this is how you can create your table. Now comes the alter command. So alter command is used when you have created table and you have to alter it. You have to change. Okay. So for this you have to use alter. So here first syntax is alter table, table name which is student. Add, this is for adding the new column to your created table. Add name, this is the column name with respect to the data type which is varchar, and its specifier, its length is going to be not more than 25. So this is how by using this you can add the column names into your table. Okay, by using the alter and add function. Then comes if you want to modify the existing column in your table. So how to do this? You have to use alter table name, table and its name. Modify function you have to use, and you have to mention in the parenthesis that column that you want to modify and its data type. If you want to add its data type and its range. Okay, so it says that your number should start with 9 and it should be skip two numbers in between. Okay, so this is how it will go. Then third comes, you can also alter table, you can also use alter table syntax for dropping the particular column. Okay, so if you use alter table student name and you set your pass drop name, so it will drop, means it will delete that particular column. Okay, if you don't use drop statement with the alter, then it will drop the proper table. Okay, so this now third comes the drop drop in your SQL. So this command will used to delete a whole database or a table. Okay, so drop statement deletes objects like an existing database, table, index or view. Okay, so if you not use with alter, then it will delete the whole database or a table. Okay, so these are the three common DDL commands. Okay, so I hope this is very clear, but the basic which is very clear. First is SQL stands for structured query language, and it is used to access and manipulate databases. What SQL can do? SQL can execute query, retrieve data, insert record, update records, and many more things. So these are the basic element which is literal, data types, nulls and comments. So literals are basically fixed data value. It can be of string or integer, and data types are like this is for numeric part, this is for date time data type, and this is for string types. Then comes nulls. Nums is basically empty value in your column. Then comes the comment. Comment is the text part that is not executed, and these are the three syntaxes for making your comment. Okay, now comes the select statement. So these are the select if you want to fetch the particular column details. This is for fetching all the column details. Then third comes for fetching the distinct column names. Okay, and the select all will fetch all the distinct plus duplicate values from your table. Okay, now comes the DDL commands. DDL commands is used for defining, redefining, modifying, dropping various database objects. So the more like famous, most common DDL commands are create, alter and drop. Create is used to create a table. Alter is used to alter your table. This is how by using the alter add function you can add the new column name. By using the alter modify you can modify the existing column, and by using the alter drop you can delete the particular column. And if you use drop table and you have to, if you mention the table name, then it will delete the whole database or a table. Okay, so yes, this was all your basic of your task 1. So what you have to do, you have to first create your table. Okay, you have to insert the values into it, and you have to use this alter commands, drop commands, and you have to use this select commands too. Okay, so you can use the online compiler or something. You have to first create your table, then you have to use alter table functions, ddl commands, and you have to drop your table. Okay, this you have to do in the last. First you have to use all the select syntaxes after altering table, then you can drop your table. Okay, so this you have to do, and you have to share that task in LinkedIn as well as on GitHub. So in LinkedIn, how to post in LinkedIn, you have to share the screenshots of your code and the output. Okay, and you have to copy that URL and you have to paste in the Google form link that we are going to provide you. Okay, same for